So, namaste, welcome, Vinyasa flow. Always recommend if you have a block to bring it to your practice. If you don't have blocks, as I've been saying every week, this is our 4th Sunday service. Such an honor and a pleasure. If you don't have a block, books work really well, and you can take a hand towel around them and elastics. Like you can jimmy rig anything you need at home. Soup cans work as long as they're, the same height. Generally, that type of thing. So you can really figure it out, whatever you might need, so that you feel supported through your practice. It is kind of like a level 2 Vinyasa, meaning that there'll be, some fun, playful transitions and such like that. A little less alignment instructions so we can feel. So those of you that are a little bit newer to the practice, feel free to look at the camera, the video as much as you need to slow it down, to stay in your first kramas and options by all means until your body blossoms into those bigger shapes. So let us begin. So Instagram doesn't cut us off. It is Easter. If anyone knows me or has practiced with me, I'm huge into symbolism, mysticism, all the different spiritual traditions. Very much a mystic misfit. And so this is a really beautiful day, whether or not we're in that religious tradition. It's a really beautiful symbolic day of resurrection. So we're going to bring a little bit of focus onto that. So maybe it's just a simple act of resurrecting your practice this morning. You're finally getting back on the mat. Maybe it's the idea of resurrecting, your New Year's intention that you, or resolution that you created for yourself. There's lots of different ways that we can embody that resurrection. Maybe it's joy, finding some joy again. Okay, so we're going to get started laying on our backs. Very simply, all you're going to do is bring your knees together. Your feet are a little wider than your hips. And as you lay down in this constructive rest pose, place left hand on the belly, right hand on the heart, and just softly close your eyes. And let your lower back soften into the mat. The space between your eyebrows relax. Maybe you feel a soft little lift of the corner of your lips, a subtle smile. And begin to breathe your breath. So nice long inhales, deep exhales. Staying in that position with the eyes closed. And breathing in and out through the nose. And as I mentioned, use the pause at the beginning of the practice. Maybe it's cultivating an intention. Maybe you're going to connect with that sense of resurrection. Right? So what are you bringing back into your practice, into your day, into your life right now? And then imagine that the next couple of inhales you take, it's like you're breathing in that sense of energy or whatever it might be that you need for that resurrection energy. And then every time you exhale, do it through your mouth. So it's like you're just breathing out fire. It's like the phoenix rising from the flames feeling, right? So you're just like breathing out through the mouth, make a little sound. And just imagine that anything that might get in your way, that's self-doubt, self-sabotage, those limiting beliefs, whatever it might be that you carry right now or that you're really noticing those fluctuations in the mind, breathe those out with your exhales through the mouth. So you inhale, take in what you need, and exhale, letting go of what you don't. Do that a couple more times. Breathing in nose, breathing in mouth. One more. Good. Bring it back through the nose. Walk your feet in a little closer together. As you inhale, cactus your arms or like robot arms. Point your fingers to the sky, elbows on the mat beside you. push into your elbow head so you can lift the chest, tuck your shoulder blades under and closer so the chest pops. And now inhale, push into your feet, lift your hips up to the sky. Nice little bridge. And then exhale, lower your hips down gently to the ground. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, hips rise. Don't think about height, just think about pushing into your heels, squeezing your glutes. Exhale, lower. Make sure you're off your upper spine, push into the arms, heels, deep breath in, hips lift up. And then exhale, lower. Good. Inhale one more time, lift hips up, push into heels, push into arm bones, shoulder head. Try to get your neck off the mat too, right? So the back of the head is down, shoulder heads are down. Breath full in your belly here, so you keep breathing. Your robot arms. Nice full breath. You start to feel and sense the legs waking up, little baby bridge. And then nice and slow, take your hips back down to the ground. Keep your left foot down. Hug the right knee in towards your chest with the help of your hands. That might be intense enough where you can start to walk your left foot down the mat. Maybe eventually left leg goes straight, but it doesn't have to this morning. And then we're going to reach our right arm out to the right, cactus the arm. So still bent at the elbow, but back of the hand comes down. Breathe in. And you exhale, twist over to your right. So the knee falls to the left and down. Might fall onto your hand for support, block, bolster, whatever you have if it doesn't touch the ground. Support yourself in some way. And in various ways, they are really going to target the third chakra, the core, the center of the body, not through your traditional sit-ups or core work. That's the center of our self-esteem, our self-will, self-determination. And then we'll bring that right leg back to center. Take your hands now to the right hamstring, so underneath your right calf. And as you inhale, straighten out your right leg as best as you can. And then exhale, bend the knee and draw your heel in towards your hip. Okay, so inhale, deep lengthen. Exhale, deep bend. One more time. Breathe in, push through your heels. And then breathe out, release the hands, right foot on the ground, knee is bent, left knee pulls into chest. Hands on your shin. It's a soft little opening for our low back hamstring. Notice if there's room, it feels safe in the body to slide that right foot forward or elongate on the mat. And then left arm reaches out, deep inhale, cactus the arm, and exhale, twist over to your right. So that sense of third chakra energy, really key when we're thinking about, rising, resurrecting, that phoenix, that flame idea, right? The fire of the belly. It's the embers that keep the fire of the heart burning. And let's bring the knee back to center. Take your hands to the back of your left hamstring or left leg. As you inhale, lengthen left leg, push through the heels. Exhale, bend into the knee. 2 more, breathe in. And breathe out. Last one. And exhale. Left foot comes down, right foot on the ground. So one more time, robot the arms, push the shoulder heads down. Inhale, elevate your hips, really pressing into your heels. Give a little squeeze to your glutes, fire the lower part of your body. Push into your elbows, deep belly breaths. Really feel that sense of breathing the front of your body open, right? The navel moving as you breathe. And then release, hips to the ground, nice and soft. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Your choice, you can roll to the side or rock a couple of times on your spine. And then you'll come right into table pose. So hands down, knees go back, and find your way in any way that works for you, of course. And feel free to stand on fingertips, fists, or even forearms if you need to feel safe in table pose, knees underneath your hips. A few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, pull your shoulders back, elevate your eyes. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis, hollow the belly, bow your head to your heart. Do that 2 more. Inhale, shoulders pull back. So really focus on those shoulder heads. And then exhale, root into the ground, shoulder blades separate, neck relaxes. 1 more, breathe in. And breathe out. Head, breathe in. Point your toes back, child's pose, breathe out. Hips to heels, bow head to the earth. We're going to take traditional Surya Namaskar and modify it a little bit. So child's pose. As you inhale, come back into table, but bring yourself forward even more so the hips slightly fall towards the ground. And then exhale, bend the elbows, lower down gently. Inhale, find your little cobra. Push into the strong legs. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, push yourself up, drop your belly, open your heart, so you're back into cow, and then tuck it back as you exhale, roll the spine, child's pose. So like that 2 more times. Inhale, shift shoulder heads past your wrists, strong core, exhale to the earth. Inhale, shoulders roll back, legs strong, your cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, cow pose, push up, heart lifts. And then tuck the pelvis like a wave, push back into child's pose. 1 more time, breathe in forward, strong core, so belly's drawn in here, exhale, lower. Inhale, your cobra, push through the hips, pubic bone long. Exhale, release. Inhale, cow pose. And then exhale, waving back. Inhale forward into table. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Next, inhale, lift the heels up nice and high. As you exhale, soften your knees, tiptoe all the way up towards the top of the mat. So take as many steps as you need to arrive. Bend the knees as much as it feels good, and then inhale long. And exhale, bow. Arms to the sky, deep breath in. Hands to the heart as you breathe out. Take a moment here, close your eyes, try not to fidget or move or look around. No fixing the close. Push your palms together. Come back to that energy of what you're resurrecting, right? Maybe it's joy, maybe it's peace, maybe it's your practice. Maybe it's really simply a really long, deep breath. Your intention, if you cultivated one, get grounded and rooted in that. And then let your practice now be an expression of that energy, that intention. So it doesn't really matter what we can or what we can't do. It's the practice itself that's the reward. Right? That intention is creating a meaningful connection. That outer world, that inner world mingling. Bow your head towards your heart. Let your eyes flutter open. This gesture reminds you that the practice of yoga is bigger than just your physical body. We'll come into some namaskars. As you inhale, take the arms up, lift from your heart. As you exhale, pour your body forward and down, soften to the ground, relax the spine and your head. Wave halfway up, deep inhale, shoulder heads back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slide your feet together so the knuckles of your big toes touch. Float your left leg up behind you, breathe in. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose, shift the weight forward, push into the ground. So you've got that cat spine.
One more time. Inhale, left leg floats up. Maybe right heel has to lift, so that feels okay. And then exhale, knee to nose. From your core, finish the breath by stepping your foot up. Nice and slow, high lunge. Take your arms up to the sky. Bend the back knee as much as you need to feel good in your back, and then soften here, like you're trying to rip the mat away with your feet. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands interlace behind your back. Loop the shoulders back. So think you were doing bridge pose, right? So shoulders back, chest lifts. Either use the knuckles to push into the sacrum, gently draw the elbows together, open the heart up, or if it feels okay, lengthen your arms so your chest lifts up high. Take a deep inhale. Long exhale. Keep the heart open, sweep the arms up, breathe in. Little back bend, and then exhale, find your hands on the earth. Step into plank pose, inhaling. Take the feet apart a little bit, so as you exhale, heels over towards the left and down. Right arm sweeps in front of the heart, side plank. Option to use left knee under your hip on the ground, of course. Take a nice long breath in. And then exhale, plank pose. Feel the core working. So pubic bone pulls up to chest, and then shift the heels over to the right and down. Inhale, clear the heart as you take your left arm up. Exhale. One more breath in. And then exhale, plank pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale from knees or toes, lower softly. Sweep your hands back by your hips, palms face down. Lift the head and chest, maybe hands, maybe feet. Right? So we're in Superman or Superwoman. And try to really embody that energy. So many of you that have children, it's all I think of you. Superman, Superwoman, you're doing an amazing job. Deep breath in. And then exhale, hands under shoulders, lower down. Table or plank pose, inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Still in that namaskar, take your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, nice and slow. Inhale to the sky, maybe left heel stays high. Exhale, knee to nose, come forward as much as you can to step that right foot up, help it up if you need to. Crescent lunge, arms reach up over your head, and then get steady in your feet. Now, even as you push your energy back into your heel, pull that left hip forward, stabilize the eyes, and then hands meet behind your back. Try to interlace your non-habit way, so the opposite thumb than you're used to is against your bum. Shoulder heads plug back, and either elbows squeeze behind you, or you reach the knuckles down and lift your chest up a little more. Another inhale. Last exhale. Heart stays lifted. Inhale, arms reach, clearing all that energy, radiate from the heart. And then exhale, plant your hands on the ground. Take that right foot back. We're going to take our heels over towards the left and down. And clear the heart, right arm to the sky, side plank, inhale. And then right away, plank pose, exhale. Heels to the other side, inhale, side plank. Exhale, plank. Deep breath in. And from knees or toes, lower. Superman woman pose, inhale. Exhale, hands down, lower to the ground. Table or plank, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. So now we know, let's put that all together. Left leg to the sky, breathe in, building that heat, that fire. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to step the foot up, but finish the breath once you get it there, so there's no rush. High lunge, arms reach. Exhale, hands interlace behind you, soften your hips. Pull the heart open, breathe in. And exhale, hands to the mat. And heels over to the right and down. Sorry, left and down doesn't really matter. We're going both sides, as you know. Side plank, breathe in. Exhale, plank. Other side, breathe in. Exhale, plank. Set up your plank. Long inhale. Come forward, exhale, lower. Superpose, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Table or plank. Downward dog. One last time, right leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, pull forward, give that knee a little kiss. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, softly place that foot between the hands, knees over ankle. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands behind you, your non-habit way. Find bent elbows, knuckles down, heart lifts up. Think that you're pulling from like a rod. So it's a lift up and then over like a little candy cane, right? So stable base, and exhale, hands come down. Last time, plank pose. Heels to the left, right arm up, inhale. Make it meditative, right? Deep breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Plank pose. Long breath in, come forward. And exhale, soften down. Super person pose, inhale. Exhale. Table or plank. Downward dog. Beautiful, deep breath in. Long breath out. Lift the heels. Bend the knees, walk, hop, or float, top of your mat, lift halfway when you arrive. Exhale, soften down, pull the navel to the spine. Reach your arms to the sky, deep breath in. Hands to heart center, deep breath out. Again, pause. Close the eyes, resist those urges. Notice your breath. The quality of your breathing. Notice if your mind is still attached and present for your practice, or have you wandered off? Are you still connected to the energy or intention that you're fusing? And then ultimately, all these different breathing patterns and shapes are more about a body prayer, right? That embodiment. So the process of becoming. Let's open the eyes. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. And then exhale, pour the body down. Half lift, breathe in. Downward dog, breathing out. So coming into the wave of postures, so you standing, we'll have a nice little beautiful connecting vinyasa as well today. So slide your feet together in down dog. We'll begin with the left leg again, inhaling it up towards the sky. Exhale, nice and slow, pull your knee over to your left arm. And then inhale, take that leg back and up. Exhale, cross it under to the right arm, little twist. Good, stay at your right arm, but lower the knee towards your right wrist. Don't touch the ground. Now zip it over to your left wrist, so left wrist. Now zip it up your left arm, so left tricep. Nicely done. Left wrist, right wrist, right tricep, back and up. Beautiful, inhale. And exhale, bring that foot forward between your hands. So I'm just gonna switch my position so you can see me a little better. Keep your right hand down, take your left arm in front of your heart, reach it up. So you have that same position. You might find your fingertips here, that's what I like anyway, of the right hand, so the one on the ground. Left arm is reaching to the sky. Just a nice little simple twist. Try to roll that right shoulder back. You've been doing it all class. Into the socket, shoulder blade pulls down your back. Now as you look to the ground, try not to overcomplicate this. Nice and slow. Left hand is going to continue to pull back behind you so you come up into a twist, head over hips. So left arm back, right hand to heart. Right hand to heart.
So if this is enough, you can stay like this, or left hand finds your right leg behind you. Maybe it's your low back, maybe it's your thigh, whatever you can reach. If there's room, lean back a little bit into that left arm, plug your right leg really strong, and then from your heart, reach that right arm up towards the sky. Little revolved, exalted warrior. Full breathing. And then bring the right hand back to your heart space. Inhale, center yourself, so left arm goes back again. And then as you exhale, lean high. Left arm to the sky. And then option, you can reach over your head. Keep trying to roll your right ribs under, left ribs back behind you. And just know that that simple act of touching your heart, we don't have to go any deeper, releasing a lot of serotonin, oxytocin, these love, happy hormones. Super key, I'll explain why later. Good, beautiful. Now from here, bring left hand to meet right hand prayer. Be mindful, your elbow stays connected to your left knee. Right foot is gonna step forward. Right foot beside your left foot. Elbow still on left knee. Find the weight in your right foot, lift your left heel, keep elbow connected to knee, slowly stand up. So you're still twisting to the left. Ooh, fun, right? And then optional, always. Left arm back again. Maybe you hold outside edge of that left foot with your right hand. This little playtime, don't take it too seriously. Lift the corners of your mouth. And then where you started, so bend the knee if you went long, hands back in prayer, elbow touches left knee, and then lower yourself down. Bend both knees so it's like you're in twisted Utkatasana. Yeah. Keep the left knee bent, really slow, slide that right leg down. So right where you started, twisted lunge, breathe in. And exhale, plant your hands on the ground. Nice work. Step your left foot back, bring your knees to the mat, child's pose. Take a moment, refresh the breath, relax the mind. Now stay seated on your heels, glide up. If it doesn't feel good to sit on your heels, put something back so the knees are between your heels. Find the tips of your fingers, you tent your hands, bring your hands behind you, plug your shoulder heads back, lift your chest, just like if you were doing bridge again. Right? Keep your heels, your hips down on your heels. Maybe look up towards the ceiling, deep inhales, long exhales. Little baby Ustrasana, camel pose. And you're gonna come up, stand on your knees, reach your arms up, breathe in. And then right away in front of you, bring the hands down, cross right arm under left arm, backs of the hands together, palms of the hands together, whatever you can do. You can even give yourself a big hug, but a nice gesture right now. Right? And then push the elbows away. If your arms are wrapped, reach your fingers up, push your hips forward, inhale. And as you exhale, lean back as much as you can, not a back bend. Push your hips forward, feel your core. Inhale, head over hips. Not a back bend, exhale, core is working. One more time, breathe in. You're gonna feel a little shake, breathe out, that's what you're looking for. Inhale, head over hips, arms reach up. Exhale, hands drag down in front of your heart, table pose. So that's our connecting vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your right leg to the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, cross under your body, left tricep. Good, stay there, remember. And then lower down left wrist. Don't touch the ground, zip right wrist, right tricep. Good, right wrist, left tricep. Backing up, breathe in.
Exhale, knee to nose, strong core. Help you step that foot right up between your hands. We're going to do the exact same thing. So find left fingertips or fists. Sweep that right hand in front of your heart. Clear the energy again and reach your arm up. Only look up if it feels good for your head. If not, feel free to look back and down. That's fine. And just shifting so you can see if you need to. So some of you know now as you look down, stay twisted as you come up head over hips. Left arm forward, right hand back, soften. Left hand to heart. Stay in that position or reach behind you for your left leg, and then push your heart into your hand. So think more about that elevating energy rather than the collapsing through the back. So elevating. And then from your heart, if there's room, expand and extend that left arm back. Maybe the gaze starts to humble slightly behind you. Just feel that elegance, that radiance of the posture. And then left hand to heart, right hand reaches behind you again, breathe in. Come forward, hook left elbow, reach right arm up. Keep hand on heart. If there's room, you can always reach over your head here too, right? I'm going to read it on the last side. Really opening through the glutes, the piriformis, IT band, when we're twisting as well, which is really nice. A lot of us probably doing a lot of walking right now. Yeah, hand to heart, so prayer pose. Look down, to be mindful. Many little hops if you need to get to the top of your mat with your left foot. So it's like you're in twisted Utkatasana. Knees are bent. Find your left foot, keep your elbow attached, lift your right heel. And then nice and slow, come up. Really take your time, straighten out your left leg. So you can stay in this twist. Try to find that nice proud inner stature again. Or right hand back, left hand, right foot, and extend. Steady eyes, steady breath. When I teach normally, I never do the entire practice. I very rarely even do a posture, to be honest, unless I need to demonstrate. So it's such an honor to be in the energy with you all. So bending into the knee, let's bring our hands back together at heart. Elbow touches knee, and that twisted Utkatasana, settle back in. You got it. And then as you need to, slide your left leg back, twisted lunge, breathe in. And exhale, hands to the earth. Plank pose, inhale. And child's pose, exhale, soften back. So that same energy of like the phoenix rising from the fire, right? We slowly roll up, slide the hands back by your hips. Roll the shoulders back, elevate the heart. And then option here, if your back and knees are healthy, maybe lift just your hips up, but leave your hands where they are. So you get a nice quad opening here as well. Shoulder blades creating a little shelf for your heart. Keep pushing down to open up. And then hips come down if they were high. Inhale, stand on the knees, reach your arms up. And as the arms come forward, that left arm wraps underneath the right arm, eagle arms. Okay, or give yourself that big hug. Elbows push away, fingers reach up, breathe in. Push your hips forward and lean back, exhale. Feel this in your core, that danda, that staff, right? So long rod of energy. Exhale, lean back. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Pulling heaven into the heart. Exhale, coming down slow to table pose. Then your cow. Inhale, belly down, heart lifts. Exhale, your downward dog. And nice long deep breaths. And then as you inhale, pull yourself forward into plank pose. And for knees or toes, come forward a little bit more like we did earlier. If you're on your knees, exhale, lower all the way down. Once you land on the mat, bend both your knees. So toes point to the sky. Optional here, you can come into that modified Superman or woman. If your knees are healthy, you can hold to your feet. Go ahead and reach back for them. And then Dhanurasana bow pose. So pull yourself up, deep breaths. If you want to have a little bit of fun with this posture, rock and roll. This is amazing for your lymph system, supporting your immunity. If you want to have a little bit more fun today, be in that playful energy, right? Maybe you're resurrecting some joy. You can stay in bow pose, hold your ankles. This is just for fun. You can have a good laugh. Like a beached whale, you gotta roll yourself over to the right. Okay, and keep pushing your foot into your hands. This is an actual pose, I didn't make it up. And then you're gonna roll yourself back onto your belly. And then you're gonna roll yourself over to the left, try and stay in bow pose. And push back into your feet. And then roll yourself back onto your belly. And then one more inhale. And let it go, exhale. Come into table, deep breath in. And as you exhale, just settle. So knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. On an inhale, place your left hand to the center of the mat, sweep your right arm up to the ceiling. And then reach behind your back with your right hand for your left thigh. So if that's enough of a twist or opening for your shoulder, feel free to stay like that. Again, if it feels okay for your knees to sit on your heels, sit back. So you're still holding on to your inner left thigh with your right arm for a little twist. Left arm is going to go up to the ceiling, breathing in. And then you're going to take your left hand to your right knee and help you twist a little bit more. Traditionally, we tend to look over the back shoulder to get other parts of the neck. Try to look over your left shoulder. And then roll your left shoulder back and down away from your chin. Center yourself. Keep that half bind. Right arm behind you, left arm reaches up, breathe in. Really slow. Keep the half bind, come back down, left hand to the ground. So you're in that 3-limb table. And then inhale, just reach your right arm up because you'll feel that. And exhale, bring your right hand to the ground. Place it underneath your face. Push down, inhale, sweep left arm up. Reach behind your back, right inner thigh. So you can stay in that twist if that's better for your knees, or sit back on your heels again. Sweep the right arm up, breathe in. And then hand to your left knee, roll the shoulders back. So you broaden through the chest and the collarbones, gaze over your right shoulder, roll the right shoulder blade down. Unwinding any knots through the chest, upper back, neck, all connected to the heart, lungs. Capacity to breathe deeper, feel deeper. And then as you look forward, reach your right arm back up. Inhale, come up onto the knees, and then place the hand down, half bind. Left arm floats up, breathe in. And left hand comes down. Swing the legs off to one side, have a seat on your bum, and extend your legs straight out in front of you. So from here, you're going to take your right foot, step it over your left leg so your knee points up to the sky. Left foot is extended, toes reach up. Right hand behind you, left arm goes up again, breathe in. And as you exhale, hook your elbow on the outside of your knee like you did earlier. Keep pushing out through your left heel and rooting your right sit bone down. And then there's an activity of like the knee is pushing into the elbow and the elbow is pushing the knee back so that you can feel the firing of the muscles on that right leg. And then as always, you can come back into that half bind, or maybe you have a full bind now in your body. And look where it's most comfortable for your neck, or maybe find that sweet spot in another direction. And take full deep breaths. And then unwind slowly. Keep the right leg over your left leg.
And then just try to hug the heel in towards the hip. So you're coming into half cow face pose. So left leg stays straight, heel hugs into the hip. If that really doesn't work and it still kind of looks like this, think about a figure 4 and then take your blocks or your books or whatever you have, a pillow, put it underneath your knees so that you have support for the muscles and they're not just free hanging. If folding forward doesn't work for your body, don't. Just use your fingertips, lift your heart, sit up really tall and proud for being here. If it feels okay, keep the spine long, chest lifted as you start to come forward and down. Soften a little bit or a lot over that left leg, so belly would meet right thigh. Tuck chin to chest, close your eyes. So when any of that energy in the third chakra is weak, it's a sense of hopelessness and giving up, uncertainty. And twists are really supportive of the third chakra, not just core work. Massaging abdominal organs, and we tend to forget, when we feel physically constipated, wouldn't be a yoga class if we didn't talk about poop, right? So when we feel physically constipated, that actually lends to or leads to directly connected to spiritual constipation as well. Right? Because there is a lot of toxic buildup. We feel full, we feel lethargic. It's hard to continue to sit. The mind is a little more toxic because body, organs, endocrine system, lymph system, this all works together. And let's bring ourselves up to sit slowly and extend the right leg out and make that left leg feel better. We'll go right into the twist right away. So right leg straight, knee points up, inhale the right arm up, and then exhale, elbow hooks, left hand behind you. If you've got the bind, you dive under your leg, right? And you reach behind you with your left arm. And then think about not rounding the back, so really elevating from the root of your body up through the crown of your head. Twists are not passive, stay strong, pushing into the earth, rebounding that energy up. And then unwinding the body and sliding that left heel to the right hip so knee falls over knee. And sitting up nice and tall if you need to, just closing the eyes. Or coming down if there's room, keeping your spine as long, healthy as you can. And when the third chakra is balanced, there's a real sense of empowerment. We feel empowered in our lives, in our bodies, with our boundaries, with our connection to spirit. We all have connection to spirit. Right? Spirit, Latin word, is from to breathe. So whether we connect, whether we can feel it, we all have that connection. It's not separate than us either. Just breathe in your breath. And let's come up nice and slow, take your time. Uncross your left leg. Place both feet on the ground. Let your knees fall open, soles of the feet come together. Hold on to your ankles or your shins, whatever feels good for you. Once again, sit up nice and tall if you need to. Elevate the heart. And as you exhale, if there's room, come forward and then down. If it's possible, make a little prayer gesture with your hands once again, so the palms are together.
Stand on the eyes of the elbows and rest your third eye into your thumbs as you close your eyes down. And whether it be for yourself, for someone else, for the world, it really doesn't matter because we all need it right now. Very silently, just maybe offer a little prayer. Just use that pose to connect the physical body, the Anandamaya kosha, all these different levels or layers, bliss body, the breath, pranamaya kosha. And this is ultimately, what yoga is that yoking, that union of all of it. Awareness of all the different layers. So maybe today, the only thing we resurrect is the willingness to pray. And let's come up nice and slow, take your time. Help your knees in, place your feet down. You're going to lay on your back, coming into Shavasana. So go ahead and lay down when you're ready. Turn the palms up, close the eyes, and recognize that I will guide you out of Shavasana. I'll never leave you laying there. So really take the opportunity to rest and relax. Right now, make those last little movements, take your last little fidgets, and set yourself up for a deep release. And then find some stillness. One last time, try not to fidget or move or even look around, and understand that there's going to be distraction, whether it's in the household and sound, animals, children, partners, neighbors, kids outside, whether it's in our mind, in our heart. And it's not a dissociation, so an ignoring of it, but rather a pulling back and a witnessing. And you're the impartial witness, so life is allowed to happen around you as you practice the art of dying. And it's when we really master the art of dying that we learn the art of living. And see if you can be the ashes at this moment instead of the flame.
of the breath. And before you move your body, just notice if you can feel energy in the palms of your hands. Excuse me, the palms of your hands, maybe the soles of your feet. And then start to bring a life back into your fingers and your toes. As you're ready, your ankles and your wrists. Maybe stretch the arms back like it's first thing in the morning. And give yourself a really big hug, drawing the knees in towards the chest. And either rock on the spine, roll to the side, but find your way up to sit. We'll join together with the eyes closed, hands in prayer. And for one last moment, call back into your mind's eye, into your awareness, your intention or your energy of resurrection, your ideal. And if it needs to, transform it into something that you can carry with you now off the mat and into the world. And that way we're not just doing yoga, we're living our yoga. And my prayer for each and every one of you, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to the health, happiness, and freedom of all. Let's bring our thumbs to our forehead, where we honor that light and love that exists in everybody joining us virtually today, but connected energetically. And we bow forward to say namaste.